In this Face the Nation broadcast moderated by Margaret Brennan Democratic Rep. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez Republican of New York, Tony Gonzales of Texas Democratic Sen. Arizona, Mark Kelly, Robert O'Brien. Former White House National Security Advisor Olena Zelenska. First Lady of Ukraine Margaret Brennan in Washington. And this week. Face the Nation days before the government shutdown. Congress was paralyzed by fighting. Representative GARRET GRAVES Arsonists set fire to their house. They whine about their house burning down. Margaret Brennan Fiery words from top Republicans who worked over weekend to find a way to fund government before end of month. Question: will you work with Democrats? Representative KEVIN MCCARTHY Look. I believe we have the majority here and we can work together to solve this. Margaret Brennan Can Republicans coalesce and strike a deal that also applies to the Democratic-controlled Senate? We will have the latest news about the negotiations. ALEJANDRO MAYORKAS Our immigration system is absolutely broken. And Congress needs to fix it. Margaret Brennan America's southern border is under strain once again. And immigrant crossings have reached record levels. We asked Texas Republican Tony Gonzales what he sees in his district and whether the issue could complicate spending negotiations on Capitol Hill. Striker no justice. Striker no Jeep. Margaret Brennan The labor protest targeting America's big three automakers is widening, with workers at 38 locations in 20 states going on strike this morning. We'll hear from Democratic Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who is heading to Missouri to join a picket line later today. Arizona Democratic Senator Mark Kelly has just returned from a trip to Ukraine. We'll ask him what he learned. Former Trump National Security Advisor Robert O'Brien will also join us. And finally, a conversation with Ukraine's First Lady, Olena Zelenska, about the horrors of war and the hard work of recovery. Unless Congress strikes an 11th-hour deal to fund it, it's going to be another week of consequences in Washington. Just days before a possible government shutdown. We'll get to that in a moment. But we start with New York Democratic Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez on the expanding auto workers' strike. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez Good morning. Margaret Brennan This strike is now in 20 states. I know you then went to Missouri to picket outside a GM plant. The president heads to Michigan on Tuesday. He only announced it after Donald Trump said he would go on a UAW strike. Do you think this injection of high-level presidential politics makes it harder to find a solution? Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez I think we have such crisis our economy right now. Crisis of inequality. Breakthrough that is going to take some political and popular support unlike what we've seen recently and in modern history. Strike situation like this. What we see in the big three are CEOs who